Hi guys, it's Stella. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be responding to this comment. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for leaving this comment. It inspired this video. I will be answering these questions in different sections. It will be arrival and first impression. Secondly, daily life and adjustment. Third would be food. Fourth would be Nigeria, China. And finally, personal growth. When I first arrived in China, I can remember it like it was yesterday. I had this overwhelming feeling because it felt like I was removed from a place that I know to a place where I had nobody. I didn't have my mom, my brothers, and I have to build this new life by myself from scratch. And I remember one funny moment when we were still on the plane and I was sleeping, and then the flight attendant tapped me and she was like, "Fasten your seatbelt." And then I looked out of the window and I was like, yo, I'll be back in Nigeria. I tapped the Chinese lady sitting beside me and I was like, ni hao boys, woman down Lila. And she was like, oh, Feji Paya Jen Lola, woman down Beijing la. I was like, oh, Sisia. It was a little bit underwhelming. Why? Because we had our layover at Abu Dhabi. For some reason, I did not know that I was supposed to have a layover in Abu Dhabi. So when we first arrived at Abu Dhabi, looking from the plane, it was absolutely magnificent. It was beautiful, and I was so happy. I'm like, oh, we landed. But when we came down from the plane, they were like, transfer over here. That is when I realized that, oh, we're not here yet. We're not here yet. We still have another flight to catch. I think because I saw that in Abu Dhabi, I thought that is how it's going to be when I arrived at Beijing. That's a part. After that little drama, we went to the check-in and immigration. I have never felt so overwhelmed in an airport in my life. And up to today, having traveled to different countries, I still feel like that moment was the most overwhelming moment of my life because there was a lot of people in the airport and it took so long to get through immigration. But after that, everything was fine. I had a friend pick me up from the airport and took me to school. So I didn't have to struggle about getting a taxi or any other thing. Adjusting in China wasn't really difficult for me because I already spoke the language before I came to China. I studied Chinese for about a year before I applied to come to China. So the language barrier wasn't a problem for me. But this aspect is a part that people actually struggle with, especially if you don't speak Chinese. In my opinion, it would actually do good if you know some Chinese before you come to China. However, if you don't, it's okay because you have translating apps that you can use and you can still carry on with your day-to-day activity. It just would be a little bit hard. In China, I would say your most prized possession is your phone. You use it for everything, including ordering food, payment, booking tickets, online shopping, everything you can think of. And because of that, it took me a while to adjust to just having my phone. My first week was a little bit difficult because I missed home and this is a new environment for me. I was still trying to navigate it. My friends are not here, my family is not here. I missed my mom so much. And I stayed in my room for the first week. I only came out to buy food and go back to my room. And thankfully, classes started the next week. So when we started classes and I met my classmates, everything started coming together. And I met this beautiful girl from Angola, Acacia, and she took me around the school. She showed me how to get to places. She showed me the teacher's office. She showed me the library. She even took me to the canteen and showed me how to use my student card to order, how to use my student card to pay for food at the canteen. That is something I still appreciate until today. And Acacia, if you're saying this, thank you so much. And I love you. Shortly after we started classes, I had to move classes. I had to move from the foreign student class to the Chinese student class. So in this new class, 99.9% of my classmates are Chinese. It was just me and another guy from Brazil. There were two foreigners in the class. So, so it was very difficult to adjust. Knowing Chinese is one thing, studying in Chinese is another different story. First semester was a struggle because we were struggling to keep up. Our classmates and the teachers actually helped us to navigate and find a way to catch up as fast as we can. And then in that process, I met another sweet Chinese girl. Her name is Charlie Fan. I call her Precious. She messaged me one day on WeChat. WeChat is like WhatsApp, but it's used in China. So she sent me a request on WeChat from our class group. Hi, my name is Charlie Fan. We take some classes together. I would really like to be your friend. I was like, yes, 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 please. She asked me to go to lunch the next day. After our class, we went to lunch. And ever since then, we have been inseparable. Even it's been 7 years and we still try to meet every week and do our favorite thing, which is shopping and eating together. Began to see that I could stay here. This is something that I can do, even if I miss my family. I'm building a new one here. And then I met another girl called Sophie. Sophie is from Grenada. She taught me how to use public transport. If you want to have a car, you can, but majority of people don't because of traffic. She also took me to the clubs and she took me to different restaurants to show me around because she's been here like 2 years before I came. So she already knew the environment. I was very fortunate to be able to meet people in my early stage of being in China that helped me to navigate my day-to-day life. Family is everything in Nigeria, and it's the same in China. Compared to Nigeria, in China, we don't really celebrate Christmas. Yes, you can find places that do the Christmas market pop-ups and also Christmas events and Christmas dinner, but it's different in Nigeria. Nigeria is the capital of Christmas celebration. December is the time I feel homesick the most because this is a time that my family we come together. It's something we've always done since I was a child, and living in China, I've been missing out on that a lot. One thing that surprised me the most in China is the spa houses. The very first time Precious took me to the spa house, I was flabbergasted. It's like three sections: the male section, the female section, and the common area. So even if you're a couple, a male goes to the male section, the female goes to the female section, and then you guys can meet at the common area. So the first time that I went, I saw almost everybody without clothes. I was like, what is going on here? Why is everyone without clothes? But then as time goes on, I came to understand that people go there to escape from the fast paced life of Beijing. China is very fast paced. So going there is an escape for people to actually relax for a few minutes by themselves. You have the sauna, hot tub, you have the scrub place, you have the massage section. And when you finish everything you want to do, and you feel relaxed, you can put on your cute PJs that they give you in the place, and then you can go to the common area to meet up with your friends. This is something that I've come to appreciate and enjoy. When I first arrived, I didn't immediately dive into eating Chinese food because I had other plans. In Nigeria, we have our native food, right? So that is everything that we eat: jollof rice, fried rice, pounded yam. One thing that wasn't included is burgers and pizzas, like fast food. So fast food was a certain kind of luxury that you only get to have when you go on a date or when you go out with your friends or when maybe your family decide that let's go out and celebrate. So when I came to China, I discovered that it was very cheap to get burgers and pizzas over here. The first few weeks of my arrival, I was eating only burgers and pizzas like every single day. I would order a 12-inch box of pizza and I will finish it by myself because I felt like it's cheap and is accessible. I kept eating it till I met Precious. And then we started going out for lunch together. And she started introducing me to different Chinese food. At that time, I wasn't foreign to Chinese food because, like I said, I learned Chinese before I came to China. And after I learned Chinese, there was a period of time where I worked in different Chinese companies. And because majority of the people who worked in the companies were Chinese, the chef only made Chinese food. I got to taste Chinese food before I came to China. But there was certain Chinese food I didn't get to try until I came to China. I have discovered that one thing my palate cannot accept is anything made with Chinese vinegar. I don't know why, but I just don't like it. My favorite so far is Chinese fried rice. In Nigeria, we do have fried rice, but there's something about Chinese fried rice. There is something about the way they make it that just makes it delicious. I crave Chinese fried rice once a week. That food that I really like is hot pot. Hot pot to me is an experience. It's food and happiness put together. Anytime you go to hot pots, you get to pick the things that you want to eat, you get to pick the things that is put in your food, you get to cook the food, like you get to enjoy the whole process and participate in the things that are happening. For example, if you go to places like Heidi Lao, almost every day has things going on. Is that someone is having a birthday party or is their anniversary? So it's like you're eating and experiencing life at the same time. Yan is a kind of Chinese noodles, and when you order it, the chef brings it to you and show you when they are making it. You get to experience that and you also get to eat it. That's why I love hot pot. Anytime my friends come to China, I always take them to hot pot. Every other thing is edible, and most of Chinese food is delicious. I promise you. You just have to give it a chance. When I first arrived in China, I was 25 years old. I would say I was still a little bit naive at that point. But looking back in these 7 years, I've gotten 2 degrees and I'm working on my PhD at the moment. And living in China also changed my mindset. I am more open than I think I used to be. I've met people from different cultures. You get to meet people that you never thought you would ever meet in your life in China. Like I've met people from places that I've never heard before. And one thing I like about Beijing is a community of people that are very open, especially the foreign community. People are really open to telling you about where they come from. Like they are open to sharing everything with you. Honestly, never expected to stay this long in China, but time flies. Living in China has really taught me a lot, and I am grateful for each experience that I get to have every day. It can be hard sometimes, especially when you don't have your family in China. In this new age of technology, things are really accessible in China. For example, Taobao. Taobao is a place where you can shop clothes, food, anything, name it, you can find it on Taobao, and it comes to you within 2 to 5 days. And also, there is Meituan. Meituan is for food mostly, and it comes within 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how far you live from where you're ordering from. And it comes directly to your door. You don't have to go outside. And sometimes I feel like these things make me lazy in China, but I do enjoy it. For me, moving to China wasn't just a change of location. It was a change of reading. Like it reconstructed everything I knew and it taught me new things. That is it for today. Thank you so much, Sabrina, for asking these questions. And I hope this gives you a glimpse of what life in China is like. If you have intention of moving abroad or you live abroad, please leave your experiences in the comment section below. And do not forget to subscribe to be part of this beautiful community. I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.